Hey everybody, Matt Martin here. I have been wanting to make an introductory video for my YouTube channel for a while. Every time I started working on it, it got too complicated, started taking too much time, and I would just set it aside and go back to work on my book. So I don't really see the need for an introductory video. It's just make one, just make a video. So I've also been wanting to make a snowman video, sort of talk about the history and how I came up with snowman and some of the things that happened in the 90s. Um, Hopefully I'll still do that video. I would like to do that. But right now I just want to make this quick video because I'm sitting here working on snowman, and I just figured I'd share my current problem and my solution for it with you guys. This isn't really a tutorial video. Um, Maybe somebody out there will get something out of it, but everybody works a little differently, so it may not apply to a lot of artists out there. Uh, what happened with this book is I had a script when I started. It was kind of loose, but mostly intact. I'm tweaking it as I go, but all the pages and the general direction and a lot of it was already fleshed out. What I should have done before I started actually drawing the book was do some character designs. I decided to skip that, and that is one of the classic blunders of an artist being impatient and wanting to get uh, the book started. I knew I shouldn't do that, but I did it anyways. I figured, well, they're my characters, it's my story. I got an idea in my head what they look like. I'll get them on the page and I'll draw them. I'll figure it out as I go, panel to panel. So I got the first page done with these characters, and obviously I have regrets. This is Daniel. He's a Native American. I'm happy with the way he looks. His costume here, or his outfit. There's some details missing, but this is basically a permanent. There's a couple of things I can add to that. But Sam, I really don't like Sam's hat. This is just such a generic look. He doesn't look like anybody special, and he's not. He's just going to look like an NPC in the background. He needs to have a more distinct look. And these guys are hunters. They're skin traders. So I thought it was going to make a huge difference if he had a raccoon hat, and I really like the way it looks on him. So I stopped and did these character designs for Sam and Daniel, just so that every detail of their outfits would be nailed down, and I wouldn't make this mistake again someplace else in the book. But now that the original artwork is done for this page, how do I fix it? In the old days, um, I would take white out and literally, like, this huge area for this hat would just be covered with whiteout, and I'd have to draw over it with a technical pen or a quill, and it was very difficult to make it look good. And the artwork itself doesn't look good in the end for display purposes. So I want to avoid that. I don't want to ruin this artwork. So what I do is I draw it on the back, right? So you use a light box, and this looks awful because I've got LED bulbs in here, but you can see that this is actually very easy. This only took like 10 minutes to draw these 4 hats. And then, this is the first page, first time I ever drew these characters. So if this book is ever mildly successful, this page might be worth a little bit of something. Someone might value this page, hopefully. And the artwork will look nice for display, and it'll even have the edits on the back that can be observed and shown off. So the next step from here is taking it into Photoshop and showing you guys how I do that, how I patch it in. Okay, so here's my page. Got it scanned in. I'm going to zoom in on this particular image of Sam. And here is his new hat. So we're going to copy and paste it onto our page. Now I'm going to change the layer style of the new line art to multiply so the white becomes transparent. Now you can see that it's a little difficult to see it. So behind it I'm going to create a new layer, fill it with white, and turn it to 50% opacity so it obscures some of the other line art. Now we got to flip the hat because it was drawn backwards, and then drag it into place. That's about where I want it. Now behind that I'm going to create another layer. This will be my whiteout layer. To get rid of the line art behind it that we don't want. I'm not going to be perfect about this, just trying to give an example. Okay, now the only problem is there's a ghost of his old hat created by the brush work I did around it in the background. So I created a brush, a Photoshop brush that mimics my real life brush. And then all I have to do, that wasn't right. Screwed up my settings. Okay. Go around and fill it in. Now I can turn off that white background layer. Yeah, I've been watching videos on sound quality for this microphone setup, and I really wish I could figure out a way to eliminate more background noise so I wouldn't hear this mouse clicking, but I haven't figured that out yet. If anybody's got any good advice or good videos to watch, I would appreciate you sending me a link. Okay, so that looks pretty good, right? But one thing is still bothering me, and that is it doesn't seem like it's tight enough to his head. Like when I drew this, I left too much of his ear showing. So what I want to do is merge my line art to my whiteout layer. And then I want to go into edit and warp it. And you can see, I mean, this is so much fun to be able to make corrections this way because it's so quick and easy. So there, I'm much happier with that. And then, there's a few, things I could still go back in there and touch up, but there's the final result, and it's a quick process, as you can see. So not really a tutorial, even though maybe somebody can learn something from this, but it's kind of part of my process of working physical and digital, like I said. But more just to show you guys some of what goes into creating a book and fixing mistakes. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.